After crafting the hand-designed head and customizing the shaft, there's still one step that could make the work on these Honma golf clubs all for nothing. If they make a mistake during assembly, the instant adhesive will immediately dry, meaning countless hours of work and thousands of dollars will be wasted on a single golf club. A full set can retail for more than $50,000. Compared to the estimated $4,400 it would cost to buy a set to match Tiger Woods. So, are the small custom details enough to enhance a golfer's game? And is that why these golf clubs are so expensive? At Honma's factory in Sakata, Japan, there are roughly 200 specialized craftspeople. But the most skilled are called meisho, or master craftsmen, and there are only 33 with this title. To earn it, a craftsperson has to train for 5 years, then pass an exam. A meisho has the ability to create nuanced elements of a golf club that can be customized down to the finest details.
性能を出るために坂田工場ではそれは最高の材料を使って最高の設計を行うということになります。それとは別にやっぱり見た目の機能美を充実させる、ラグジュアリーのクラブに仕上げる。
For example, the 5-star model of Honma's Beres clubs includes materials like platinum and 24-karat gold. But before those luxury flourishes are ever added, Honma sets itself apart in its modelling process. All golf clubs are split into 3 main parts: the head, the shaft and the grip. Creating a master model is the first and most important step in producing a club's head. Satoru Hatanaka is using a more traditional material to create the template for a driver. While historically, drivers were made of persimmon wood, today they're made with lightweight carbon and titanium. But at Honma, the model the driver is based on is still made from persimmon. Why? So craftsmen like Satoru, who has been making driver models for 35 years, can sculpt the head of the club by hand.
やはり形状のバランスであったり、やはりこのホーゼルからフェースにかけてのつなぎであったり、そういった曲線美がやはり結構難しいですね。手で作ることによってコンピューターでは出ない曲線美を作ってるんで。
The head of an iron needs a different process. Master craftsman Takumi Sato is making the model for a Beres Series 7 iron. When complete, this iron can cost over $1,000 on its own.
まず私たちって本場のクラブっていうのはまず先に目で確かめないけど、実際自分たちで目で見て何回も修正して、この形だったらいい、この形状、この大きさだったらいいっていうのを自分たちで目で確かめられる。
His model will be used to manufacture the final irons, which are crafted from top-of-the-line carbon steel. Satoru and Takumi are able to visualize what the shape of the final club will look like, but they can't see everything. For this, Honma needs to bring in a different kind of expert.
職人がマスターを作った後のそこからデジタル化、データを取る作業と、でそこから CAD に起こす、そして内部の設計を行う。
CAD, or computer-aided design, allows specialists to design the parts of a club that a human cannot see on the outside. CAD creates a 3D scan of the head of the club. Then, specialists will determine the thickness of carbon and titanium needed and run simulations to test the club's integrity.
つけて、でどこにどのくらいの応力が分布するのかっていうのをここで確認します。でこれをすることによって、弱いところ、一番最初に亀裂が入るのはどこかっていうものをあらかじめ見つけることによって。
Meanwhile, in a different part of the Sakata factory, craftspeople create the club's shafts. And while other golf club manufacturers often outsource the shaft, Honma makes every one of theirs in-house.
自社でカーボンシャフトを作ろうよ 一年復帰して酒田工場を作るわけですね。
The shafts of the Beres clubs are designed to recover as quickly as possible to their original shape after swinging. The shaft begins with a strong material called high modulus carbon fibre. This is the highest grade of carbon fibre, often used to make professional racing bicycles. This is cut and wrapped around a metal rod called a mandrel.
円柱に見えますけれども、テーパー部分が変わっている変則テーパーになっている。急激に巻いてしまうと繊維が傷ついて折れてしまうことがあるんで、弾性率の高い、シートを巻く際には徐々にゆっくり、やっぱりこれも人の加減が必要で。
Even at this stage of the process, the handmade elements of design are highly customizable.
シャフトの、フレックスを調整するシートにキックポイントを作るシートだったり、素材も厚さ、薄さ、種類もいろいろありまして。
And an expert human eye is required for every last detail, including the paint.
機械では出せない、微妙な色の変化を手作業だとできると思います。はい、これは同じ塗料なんですけども、塗料の引くスピードでこれだけ色が変わります。
Honma invented its very own pull-through method for this step, a unique skill that allows craftspeople to have total control over the outcome of the shaft's appearance.
その同じゴルフセットはセットものなんで、同じ色に合わせないとセットにならないので、引くスピード、一定のスピードで何本も引くのが難しいところですね。
This method isn't all about looks either.
それでやっぱりしごきで塗った方が鼓膜が薄い、機械で塗るより薄いので、そういう重量関係の部分もあるのかなと思います。
Once every last detail of the club is perfected, there is one more step that must be done just right. If the assembly goes wrong, the work of the previous master craftsman could be for nothing.
難しい部分ですが、接着剤を使ってますので、速乾ボンドを使ってますので、間違いがないように、一瞬で形を決めてしまうというところが難しいですね。一瞬で向きを変えるっていうか、これを1日ずっと通してやってますので、集中力を切らさないということが。
When a shaft is complete, it is balanced and tested to make sure that the spine or stiff inner core is set to a 6 o'clock angle on every club. But there's still room for customization up until the very end.
クラブ組み立てると、それなりに組み立てられるんですけれども、少しフラットにしてくださいとか、少しフェースの角度をもうちょっとつけたりとか、そこを刺し方で調整、そんな感じですね。振りやすくしてくださいとか、そんな感じで調整が可能なんで。
To make sure the measurements are exactly right, Honma uses a robotic arm to test out their clubs.
今でちょっと真ん中が変でしょうね。
キノコでも同じ設定。
ちょっと真ん中っぽいですね。
Honma Golf started in 1958 as a driving range in Tsurumi, Yokohama. At that time, most of the golf clubs sold in Japan were foreign clubs. In 1982, they started manufacturing their own clubs at the Sakata factory in response to domestic demand.
やはり日本人の体型が、平均身長がすごく欧米の、平均身長と比べると日本は低いと思うんですね。日本人に合うクラブを作りたいっていうのがそもそもの、始まりだったらしいです。
Around 2015, Honma made a push for popularity in the North American market, but the company's clientele in Japan will always have the added advantage of customizing clubs at the Sakata factory, and Japan's pro golfers know it well.
一番喜びっていうのはやはり 自分の作ったクラブがプロが使ってそれで優勝したことがやっぱり一番の喜びですね。